there are many weird things about Japan and its customs, and one of them is the tradition of goshiagi, which is the money and gifts that the bride's family gives to the groom's family. But this is where it gets crazy. You see, in order to receive the money, the groom has to do 3 major things for his future. First, he must be a virgin. Second, he must be short or at least shorter than the bride's father. And third, he must have a stable job with a high income. If he doesn't meet these requirements, then the bride's family will not give him any money. But why? Why would they make these requirements? Well, let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time in Japan, there was a man who had 2 daughters. The man was poor and had no money to marry them off, so he decided to do something crazy. He cut off his daughters' genitals, so they could become asexual and wouldn't need a man to get married. The man thought he was doing the right thing, because he didn't want his daughters to experience the pain and suffering of childbirth. However, he was wrong. Very wrong. His daughters grew up resenting him for what he did to them, and when they got older and had their own children, they did the same thing to them. And this cycle of hatred and pain continued for generations. That is why, to this day, Japanese women are known for being frigid and emotionless. Now, I don't know where they got their facts from, but this is definitely not true. Japanese women are just as hot and passionate as women from any other country. But anyway, back to the crazy facts. In order to avoid any accusations of promiscuity, Japanese grooms must also present a certificate of virginity before the wedding. This certificate is issued by the local city hall, and it basically states that the groom is indeed a virgin. This practice is called shakatsuron, and it used to be very common throughout Japan until World War II. But today only a few hundred men ask for it. As for the requirement of having a stable job with a high income, this is because the groom is expected to take care of his wife and children. And if he can't provide for them financially, then the bride's family might think that he's not worthy of their daughter. That's why most Japanese grooms work hard to save up money for the wedding and to buy expensive gifts for the bride's family. They usually aim to save at least $30,000 to $50,000 for this purpose. And if they can't save enough money, then they might have to delay the wedding or cancel it altogether. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why doesn't the groom's family help them out financially? Well, that's because in Japan, the groom's family doesn't really play a big role in the wedding. They usually only attend the ceremony and don't give any gifts or pay for anything. This is because the wedding is considered to be the bride's last chance to be pampered and celebrated, so all the attention and gifts are focused on her and her family. However, there is one exception to this rule. If the groom is an otaku, then his family will definitely help him out financially. But what does otaku mean? It basically means someone who's really into anime, manga, video games, and other forms of Japanese pop culture. Now, there's no official statistics on how many otaku there are in Japan, but it's estimated that about 1 out of every 5 Japanese men is an otaku. That's because Japan is one of the most otaku-friendly countries in the world. They have everything from maid cafes to themed restaurants to entire towns dedicated to anime and manga. But being an otaku isn't just about being a fan of Japanese pop culture. It's also a lifestyle. Most otaku spend most of their time and money on their hobbies, and they usually do. You aren't have much interest in getting married or having kids. That's why if you're an otaku in Japan and want to get married, your family will probably help you out financially because they know that you'll never be able to afford a wedding on your own. So, those are some of the weird facts about Japanese weddings and customs. Do you think they're crazy or interesting? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more crazy facts. Until next time, see you guys later.